So this morning's conversation I'm going to talk to you about is literally about balance and how to balance when you are in work, when you're in your personal life, and how that looks. And when you're out of balance, what takes place? So in my previous life, my season of my life of my drinking and where I was during my marriage at the time period, my balance was really, really out of whack. My balance was self-centered. My balance was drinking, and I was a workaholic. And those things were completely destroyed my life to a point of divorce, to a point of being an alcoholic, to a point of complete chaos in my life. And so when you're out of balance, there's there's nothing that you can, like, it's just completely, think about that scale of what that looks like. Visually it looks terrible. In the inside I was not feeling very good. And so what I've had to learn was to be able to add balance into my life, to be able to try to make this my world work. And you can't have all of one thing. It's impossible. And when they have, and I wish I could do a screen share to share with you, but there's certain things that if you were to take a space shuttle and go from here to the moon, you would see small, like it wouldn't be really a straight line. It would be a little jagged. It'd be a little jaggers all the way till you got to where the moon was. You wouldn't see like way over here, then way over here, then getting themselves back over to here. That only takes place when, if you were to see an airplane having to go from all the way from Charlotte to San Diego, and there would be thunderstorms in the way and disruptions in the way, then you would see a huge different type of pattern. But immediately once it got back, it would want to get itself back to the main course, the main line. And that's how our life is. But when you're completely out of balance, you're trying to go to extremes the entire period of time, and it doesn't work. And I was in that extreme. And so how do I balance my life now? I only allow myself certain paths to be able to take, but I also set expectations of myself. So what does this all mean? What does this take place? In the balancing world of what I have, my son Bryce is now going to come here, and he is going to, just in case you really don't know, here he is. And I have to balance that. I have to balance this vacation, and I have to balance my personal life for what that looks like. Bryce, I'm going to ask you to please be quiet, okay? Okay, I'll be with you in a minute, okay? All right, I'll be right there. So I have to balance that right there. But here's the thing, just like it is in work, I set expectations throughout my vacation that we have a conversation with even when I was with my parents, with my girlfriend, Wendy, and we were going through, when I'm on vacation, there's two different vacations I also go on. One is I go on extreme vacations when I don't have service, okay? And then I let everybody know ahead of time, like, I don't have service. Here's my process and here's my contact. You just can't vanish, especially if you're in a leadership role, whatever you do. You can't like fall off the planet. You have to have processes set up, especially if you have people that you work with and clients and everything else. So I set that up ahead of time for the expectations, and I let everybody know I'm going to be out of town. In these type of vacations, what I do is I just have it broken up that during a time period of the morning, so at 8:15, I've already had a conversation with Brielle. I said, Brielle, I'm going to be on. Bryce is a little bit more challenging, as you can see. But from 8:15 to 9:15, I will be on the phone. During this hour, you can play with your technology. You can watch your TV. You could do whatever you want. Brock, then at 9:15, I will separate myself from the work world, and I will go into play world. And I will do this throughout the day during certain time periods that I set up on my own time period to balance what I need to do throughout the day. So that way at 9:15, 9:30, I am, no, you can't talk right now. At 9:15, 9:30, I am vested into the kids, okay? And then I go back into work, and I will do it during lunchtime. And then I will go back one more time in the evening to touch base. That's what Brock Zevan chooses. Okay. It doesn't mean by anything like that's the right way or anything else that you do. It's just the only way for me to balance work and Bryce boy. all at the same time.
Daddy, I want to talk.
You can't talk right this second, okay?
Please.
And right now I'm working on patience because this is outside my routine. So I have to have patience right now, especially like I really don't get upset. For those that know me pretty well, like I don't get upset. I'm blessed that he's 4 years old. He's with me. I'm fortunate to be able to have this opportunity. Before in old Brock would get all fired up and upset and get mad at the world and be like, Bryce, I can't believe you're doing this. I've just learned how to balance it. Now he's driving me a little crazy because he's screaming, and my headset hopefully like declines some of those noises. But for the most part, like I try to pay attention and I balance both extremes. It's the same thing when I'm in my real world of working, that I have a calendar set up of what I'm going to do throughout the day. So that way the expectations are for the people around me, as well as my family, my relationships, that if I tell, like, so Wendy and I have it in place throughout the week that when I'm going to work late, she knows the days that I work late and the expectations are set. So, like, hey, Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, I'm going to be working late.
Daddy, I want to talk.
I'll let you talk in a minute, okay? Let me just finish this and then I'll let you talk.
I want to do that.
He was supposed to be in a nice little corner with his tablet, and needless to say how that took place.
I keep
Okay.
falling down.
So with that being said, is you have to set the expectations. So that way, when I say I'm going to be home early on Mondays or Fridays, if there's date night or something else, I am balancing that.
Daddy, look at me.
You see on there. You have to balance that, set the expectations so I don't show up late. If you don't have conversations with your significant other, if you don't have conversations with your children who are not the age of 4 and can comprehend time, then you get chaos. Like, why were you home late? I thought you were going to be home. Well, I told you I had to work late. No, you never said that. All these things take place, and then you get frustrated with each other, and then the relationships in a challenge, as well as your anxiety blows up. Bryce, I really need you to just give me a couple more minutes. Sweating right now. I'm sweating because of this right here. No, not for. I'll be working on this tomorrow, so we have a little bit better of a setup and plan for tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Pat. So I do appreciate everybody's patience as I am trying to balance Bryce Boy, as I am trying to balance this, because I won't miss a call. For those that know, like, I just don't miss a call. This is just life, and it's going to be okay. For those that are on here, it is just how things go into play. Thank you, Taylor. See, some people do love you, Bryce. So it's for those that have whatever it is in your life, you got to just balance through it. You can't get upset over the small things. Just set the expectations throughout your day of when you're going to be in. If you're on vacation, just say, hey, I'm going to be doing my calls from 10 to 11. I'm going to do my emails from 1 to 2. And at 2 o'clock, just let it go. Okay. That's the hardest part that many people say, is that transition of letting go. And that's a whole nother conversation about it. It wasn't easy for me to let go, but it helped my anxiety. It helped me being able to balance both. And when I stopped drinking and I made that decision to let that go, that took a long time. That took about 2 years, and I still work on it, but I had to be around the right people. So if you're around people who have a balanced life, that's what I strongly recommend to help you. Yes, Bryce.
To go to the beach.
Yes, we are going to go to the beach.
Yay!
We're going to go to the beach. Why don't you go see Brielle? But appreciate everybody's patience. Appreciate everybody today. We'll be back here tomorrow morning, same time, 8:15. I also lead prayer call at 7:30. So thanks so much, guys. Have a great day. Balance your life, balance your relationships, and I'll talk to everybody tomorrow. See ya.